The Supreme Court has recently called for the subclassification of scheduled castes for reservation. But how feasible is this initiative? Let's break it down for you in today's Explained. A key part of the Supreme Court's landmark decision empowering states to create subclassifications within the scheduled caste category is that such a process must be based on quantifiable and demonstrable data regarding the levels of backwardness and representation in government services and educational institutions. It's not something that can be decided on whims or political expediency. However, gathering quantifiable and demonstrable data is easier said than done. If we look at the efforts to examine the subcategorization of other backward classes, OBCs, we see significant challenges. Reports from both the four-member Rohini Commission and the Raghavendra Kumar panel have been limited in scope, primarily due to a lack of credible and comprehensive data. Now let's talk about these efforts in detail. The Rohini Commission report submitted on July 31, 2023 has not seen any significant action. Similarly, the Raghavendra Kumar panel report in Uttar Pradesh has been shelved since 2018. For effective subclassification, two basic data sets are required. One, caste-wise population, and two, caste-wise representation in government jobs and educational institutions. Now, for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, these populations are enumerated during the census, which was last conducted, if you remember, in 2011. However, there hasn't been any effort to gather data on their representation in government jobs and educational institutions. For OBCs, neither set of data is collected. This lack of data is at the heart of the opposition's demand for a nationwide caste census in recent months. Now, with the Supreme Court's verdict, expanding the scope of a caste census becomes a real possibility. This move is expected to intensify the political battles between the BJP-led government and the opposition in the coming months. To provide some background, the Narendra Modi government appointed the commission headed by Justice Rohini, a retired Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, on October 2, 2017. The commission was tasked with examining the perception that only a few affluent groups among the more than 2,600 OBC groups listed in the central list had secured most of the benefits of the 27% reservation for OBCs. The argument for subcategorization within OBCs is to ensure equitable distribution of representation among all OBC groups. In 2018, the Commission analyzed data from 1.3 lakh central government jobs under the OBC quota over the preceding 5 years, and OBC admissions to central higher education institutions over the preceding 3 years. Now, these were the findings. 97% of all jobs and educational seats had gone to just 25% of OBC castes. 24.95% had gone to just 10 OBC communities. And after 13 extensions to its tenure, the Commission submitted its report on July 31, 2023. However, a source in the Ministry of Social Justice described the report as politically sensitive with no clear indication of what actions will be taken based on it. Following the Modi government's initiative, the Yogi Adityanath government in UP set up the Justice Raghavendra Kumar panel in May 2018. The panel recommended that the 79 OBC groups in the state be subcategorized into three groups: backward class, more backward classes, and most backward classes. The panel suggested quotas of 7%, 11%, and 9% respectively from the OBC reservation pie. However, the report has not been acted upon since then. According to UP Minister of State for Backward Classes Welfare, Narendra Kashyap, he said, quote unquote, "It is in the process of implementation. We have assigned a senior IS officer to examine it." In 2001, the UP government led by Rajnath Singh attempted to address the data gap by collecting numbers during a social justice week organized by the state government. Based on this flawed data, a committee recommended subgroups for SCs and OBCs, but the recommendations faced legal challenges and were ultimately rejected by the subsequent Mayawati government in 2002. So, while the Supreme Court's call for subclassification of scheduled castes is significant, the real challenge lies in gathering the necessary data and implementing these recommendations. This process will require substantial political will and administrative effort to ensure equitable distribution of reservations. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Indian Express for more content like this.